Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we visited dog obedience class in an unusual location. Get battle ready in pest control. Those stories and more next. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. Some lucky dogs are getting a second chance inside the walls of the Volusia County Correctional Facility. Brian Vandal has more on this story of redemption.
In November of 2019, the Volusia County Corrections Division, in a partnership with the Halifax Humane Society, launched a dog obedience class at the Volusia County Correctional Facility in Daytona Beach.
We made a partnership with the Humane Society. The Humane Society is bringing in dogs that would most likely be put down if they didn't come here.
We have two completely different types of dogs. We have what you would see in a normal puppy, which is very energetic and very easily distracted. And then you're going to have an older, docile dog who's more lazy but still hard to get their attention. Both dogs were from Halifax Humane Society. So one case or another, they were in their own little doggy jail, and we're giving them the second chance today through our training program. The dog trainers program that we have out actually gives step-by-step guidelines of what to do, what not to do. It's very, very easy to follow. First week is basically just get used to your environment and is name recognition, because some of these dogs, we just gave them names. So it's getting used to being called that name and grabbing their attention. Week 2 is more about sit and accepting a stranger. So when these dogs go out into a new environment, and you always get that dog that's jumping around you, you want the dog to be calm. So we're actually treating them and teaching them things that they're going to need when they go out into civilization.
And how do our jailhouse dogs compare to their pooch peers on the outside?
Very well, actually. Because they have that 24-hour attention, it's actually better than if they're in a shelter setting. They get to go out more, they get more interaction, they're learning more. They do and develop better in this kind of a setting than whereas in a shelter they may get out once or twice a day. They just see people pass them by all the time. So they do very well in this program. And the reason why I say that is because they get 8 hours a day of training. Whereas if you were home and you had a trainer come to your house, you get 1 hour maybe once a week, every Friday, and then you're sent home with your owner to maybe train them a couple hours a day, you know, when they're home from work, whereas these dogs get 8 hours every single day. But yeah, they have more training, so they're actually going to be more in tune. And we get other handlers to give them the same commands so they can take that command from anybody, whereas your dog at home would only be used to you. If that dog got adopted out, would it really listen to somebody with a softer voice or with a louder voice? So they actually, I do believe that they actually will get a little better training than they would at home.
The obedience class is starting small, and while many have voiced a desire to be included in this unique opportunity, inmate eligibility is subject to strict criteria.
So we're identified inmates to work with the animals. One is a trainer, one is a caregiver. When you have a sentenced inmate, you have an opportunity, a window of opportunity to really work to build a better future. And just like you said before, they're going to be part of our community one way or the other.
The Dog Obedience Program is the latest in the Volusia County Corrections Division's initiative to provide a positive outlet for inmates and reduce idle time, which can often lead to trouble. And so far, our trainers in training have had positive results.
They are doing extremely well. I actually ended up with a good set that had actually some dog experience, but they learn to care for something else other than themselves. They get to understand what it is to have patience when it comes to training dogs, and we actually will switch handlers so that way they get to experience different types of dogs and different styles of training that you'd need for those dogs. And they learn a lot, and they've actually accepted it very well too. They get some experience and they get a sense of accomplishment. So, you know, normal day-to-day drill, like if they're just folding laundry or cooking, and you know, if they've done this before, they've done it a million times, but this time they get the chance to do something better than themselves. They get to learn and get these skills. They get the promise of a possible job when they get out of here if they do well in the program. So there's so many possibilities they get from just this program. They definitely take advantage of it.
As the course progresses, the inmates will get these down-on-their-luck dogs to turn their fortunes around and reach their fullest pet potential. But the dogs aren't the only ones getting a new lease on life.
Absolutely. The dogs are definitely on their last road right now. Their future was bleak at best. And the inmate's future at times is bleak. So you're right. They're traveling a road together.
The Volusia County Council meets on the second floor of the Thomas C. Kelly Administration Center, located at 123 West Indiana Avenue in DeLand. Public participation begins at 9:30 a.m. and the meeting agenda starts at 10 a.m. A live video stream is available at volusia.org/audio, and agendas are posted at volusia.org/agenda. Future meeting dates are available online at volusia.org.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Ranger is a program that is run by Volusia County, and it exposes young people and their families to all the ecological, cultural heritage, and outdoor opportunities that we have in this county.
My first Echo Ranger adventure was Ponce Inlet, where I went to the jetty, the lighthouse, and the Marine Science Center. At the jetty, I got to watch people fish, and I got splashed by a wave. At the lighthouse, I got to make a craft of a lighthouse, and I got to climb the lighthouse. My favorite part of the Marine Science Center was when I got to touch the stingray.
Its purpose is to expose young children and their families, scout troops, to all the things that Volusia County has to offer them, across the range. Anything from museums to libraries to parks, our Marine Science Center, all the things that we have to see and do in Volusia County.
I really enjoyed to go to the DeLand Museum of Art to work on my art projects. My favorite adventure was to the Museum of Arts and Sciences. At the Museum of Arts and Sciences, I got to see what Florida was like 10,000 years ago. My favorite part was the Kids Museum. In the Kids Museum, I got to play a light heart, throw a baseball and see how fast I threw it, and run my own pizza shop. I also got to see lots of art from around the world.
I hope that kids have an appreciation for what all is around them that they can go and experience. We're also hoping that they learn something because of all the different things that they're going to be exposed to, especially give them an appreciation for our environment.
At my last Echo Ranger adventure, I learned about manatees at Tomoka State Park.
When it reaches 68 degrees, the manatees are looking for a place to stay.
I also explored the park, saw the Indian statue that was there, and sat by the water. One of the most fun parts was that I got to spend time with my dad exploring. The Echo Rangers was a really fun thing to do, and I think all kids should do it.
This past Halloween, and yes, I did say Halloween, we stopped by the Volusia County Agricultural Center for a working Halloween pesticide certification course. Solutions for Your Life, Karen Stotterman served as the ringleader and conducted the annual event.
Hi, I'm Karen Stotterman for Solutions for Your Life. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing this strange costume, it's because it's Halloween. And this Halloween, here at the Volusia County Agricultural Extension Office, where I'm at today, we are celebrating our circus-themed pesticide CEU Day. And we have students from all over the state coming to get their educational units on pesticide training. And it's offered here through the University of Florida and Volusia County Extension. We have several guests that are going to be guest speakers here, and we have a room full of students that are professional pesticide applicators in the landscape industry, as well as commercial growers. We offer CEU days in order for professional landscapers and growers to stay certified with their pesticide applicator license. It's a Florida law. And we offer it twice a year for our themed events at St. Patrick's Day, when we dress up like St. Patrick's Day leprechauns, or our Halloween, which we change the theme every year. The students that come here will stay certified, and this allows them to be compliant. There's so many opponents that they think it's more kingdoms. It's hard to classify, there's so many of them. My presentation today was about viruses, bacteria, protists, and fungi. Fungi-like, though, are classified further. They can either obtain food by eating something, surrounding it, eating it, and digesting it, and I'll give you an example of that one, or they can decompose. These organisms directly impact the industry, and of course, they also impact human.
It was the 40s through the 60s that we saw that explosive growth period for the agrochemical industry.
One of our speakers, Bonnie Wells, is from Brevard County, and she will speak about the history of pesticide.
Well, as the University of Florida IFAS Extension agents, we are actively training and giving opportunities for these commercial landscape maintenance employees to further their education and to get the requirements they need to do their job and to actually do their job better and maybe even get a raise and that sort of thing. So we're always here for the commercial landscape people as well as many other employees in the county.
If you're interested in attending these pesticide programs, contact your local county extension office and they will give you a list of all kinds of classes that will fit your needs. Volusia County has the themed pesticide programs.
They say if you're not having fun at work, it's not worth it, and so we're giving it our best effort today on Halloween when, you know, we all want something fun to do. We have a reason to dress up.
Karen says this year we're going to dress up as clowns, and I thought, I'm going to go as a birthday clown.
At the end of this program, each student obtains a continuing educational unit form, and this is how they keep their licenses current.
Well, I've been in the business for about 21 years, and I come once a year. Normally I come in March, but Karen has become a friend, like a sister friend to me. And so I said, well, I'll come in Halloween and check it out. And so it's very exciting. Every time I come, I learn so much.
If you're in the pesticide business or you're a landscape professional, it's always important to stay current on the latest information on pesticide training.
be part of a commercial landscape employee, you have to have this license in order to do your job. So it's very important and absolutely necessary to get the CEUs to recertify or get the information and the continuing education to help you do your job better.
If you are a licensed applicator and you need to stay current on your license, feel free to contact our office here at the University of Florida Volusia County Extension Office.
Volusia.org is your online county government resource. View the County Council agenda and meeting calendar, as well as review past meeting minutes and archived video and audio. Save time and bypass the lines by going online to register your car or boat, pay a bill, and much more. Plus, you can use the site to discover activities, workshops, and ways to become involved with your community. Volusia.org is your portal to everything Volusia County.
It's a good idea for private well owners to test their water at least annually. Most water in private wells is naturally clean and ready to drink. But sometimes, like during a major storm, chemicals and bacteria can leak into groundwater. These contaminants could make you sick, and they can only be detected with lab tests. Fortunately, routine water testing is simple and inexpensive, and it's the best way to protect your family's health. Learn more at floridahealth.gov/wellstest.
The 2020 Daytona Beach Half Marathon will take place February 9th and 10th. And kicking off the famed Daytona Speed Week, the event has found a way to merge two kinds of racing, foot racing and car racing. Here are the details from the green flag start to the checkered flag finish.
The Daytona Beach Half Marathon, presented by longtime sponsor Brown & Brown, is back and better than ever with 2 days of racing. Hosted by Volusia County Government and the Daytona International Speedway, the Daytona Beach Half Marathon is an official event of the Daytona Speed Week's lineup, taking place the weekend before the Daytona 500.
This event is great because it kicks off Speed Weeks, but it also takes advantage of the mild weather in Florida, and that's especially fantastic if you live in a colder area where you may want to get out of that cold and come down to our winter that's usually in the 50s or 60s. We have lots of people that come into town from all over the country and then people from even outside of the country. And we like to call this race a racecation, so it's a great opportunity to come into the area, run the event, and then check out all of the different things that Volusia County has to offer.
This year, race weekend festivities kick off Saturday with the Beachin' It 5K, an out and back on the beach Saturday afternoon. The Beachin' It 5K will be followed by a beach party hosted by Krabby's Oceanside and Landshark Bar and Grill. Sunday, runners can participate in one of two events, the Half Marathon or the Lap the Track 5K. Both events start on the track at Daytona International Speedway and finish across the street at One Daytona. The Half Marathon course will take runners through the neighborhoods of Daytona to the hard-packed sands of the beach, where car racing got its start. From there, runners will head back towards the track to a photo-worthy finish and post-race party at One Daytona. Runners rave about the race, from the challenging course to the unique setting to the swag.
I love the start with the 2 miles around the track. That was totally awesome, and the course is pretty awesome. It's difficult, but it's a great course.
This is the first time ever, and it's awesome.
So why did
I wanted to run around the track.
The race was gorgeous. We had the sunset coming up for the start and just had a nice gentle wind the whole way. Beautiful day for a race.
So many wonderful people out here enjoying the day, enjoying the race. I think it's the best race in the country.
And what's a race without a party? Post-race events both Saturday and Sunday will include food, drinks, music, and awards. With 2 5Ks, a half marathon, and a relay option for the half, the event is great for runners of all experience levels. Those looking for more miles can choose from one of 2 challenges, the Dual 5K Challenge or the Speedway Challenge. In addition to bragging rights, participants will earn tons of swag. Gender-specific tech tees are included for both Saturday and Sunday events, as well as finisher medals for all races. Additionally, every registrant will receive a free ticket to the Sunday, February 10th NASCAR races.
Everybody knows about the Daytona International Speedway. It's an international brand, but to have the opportunity to start the half marathon at the start-finish line, then end right across the street at One Daytona, one of the most incredible new additions to the Daytona Beach area, is certainly something that runners will be looking forward to. The half marathon is a great addition to our Speed Weeks platform. The fans who come to watch the races have the opportunity to run a half marathon, get their blood flowing before they watch some of the most incredible racing on the planet that afternoon here at the Daytona International Speedway. We'll also have drivers and industry folks who will be a part of the half marathon.
With the running events kicking off Speed Week, participants may even get a chance to run alongside a few race car drivers. Last year's participants included Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, and Landon Castle. And for 2020, the race is paired up with the Jimmy Johnson Foundation, offering select runners the chance to fundraise for the organization, and in return earn some unique perks, including a pre-race start line photo with Jimmy himself. Registration is now open for the February races. To learn more about all the events and to secure your spot at the starting line, visit DaytonaBeachHalf.com.
This is the 13th annual Military Expo that University High School hosts every year, and it's unique to the community because it allows the students to see, not just talk from recruiters and other military recruiters, but actually get the hands-on experience of what it is that military actually does.
Well, our 13th annual, as we would say, is probably very successful because more students want to be here, and more high schools want to be here because of word of mouth. And once they come in for the first time, they see what other assets are here or what programs are here. It gets the students excited and then gives them an incentive. And that's the main goal. Give them something to see that they might never see again.
Florida has some of the best students. They're bright. Here at this event, we show them the Nimitz Virtual Reality Simulator. There are virtual reality headsets. There are impact vests. Basically, it walks them through how it is to be in the Navy.
Before the virtual reality simulation, before that first helicopter landed, this expo was just an idea in Perry Revlett's mind.
When I was at Pine Ridge with the Sports Science EMS Academy, when we had that there, I went into one of my friends, teacher I work with, and I told this teacher, I said, let's do this expo. And he kind of looked at me kind of like, what are you talking about? I said, let's just, bring some, fire department, ambulance, military, just kind of, it was very small scale. It was 15 programs. And we only had the senior class out there. And and even all the programs that were there that day, they all sat down and had lunch together. So now, here we are, 13 years later, and from my perspective, it shows me that you can do anything you want to do. And it made it possible because it's not just me, it's many other people that are involved. And just like with the military, EMS, law enforcement, all these guys, it's a small world, and someone knows somebody from somewhere. Well, one thing that we try to get across to students, faculty, staff, is that this is something as a career choice. It gives them something to look at as into the future. It might be some student that said, well, I just don't have the grades to go to college, or I don't have something to get to pay for college. And this is where they can actually find a occupation, a career, and then have their college paid for by these programs. Like I said, it could be someone from a state or local agency, or it could be someone from a federal agency. And there's the careers that they can go into that they would like to have.
And it's our jobs as recruiters to inform them that the military isn't what it was back in the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, that when kids are going into the military, it's for opportunities, it's for education, it's for that financial stability. It's not just to be a war dog.
Back in, say, 40, 50 years ago, they didn't have these opportunities. Today, we do. And this is where this day of this expo gives that opportunity to those students to say, this could be you. This could be you a year from now or 2 years from now. And so, yeah, it's got to be something really big for not just the students, but the faculty, staff, the county, the state and federal agencies are here because they like being here because of the students. This is something that we have learned over the years. It's like when you have one big event as this here, and you have this many numbers, they know that they like to be here because they don't have to go out and when you say hit the streets and do work hard, it's just because now they have them here and they can show what they have when they're here with this many people.
I truly wish that we would have had an event like this when I went to high school, because all we had was off of hearsay. You listen to what a recruiter says, you go through brochures, you don't actually get to have the hands-on experience. You get to meet other recruiters and see what their personal experiences were like. So if we would have had something like this in our high school, I think it would have encouraged more students to join the military, not just the Navy, but all the branches.
Selfishly, what's your favorite part about the day?
When these guys land and I'm sitting here bringing them in, you know, it's 5 months of planning or emails and calling back and forth, and you know, it takes some, you have to talk to people. That's the thing about it. Talk to them and ask them. If you don't ask, you might not ever get anything. And what it is to me is when the sun is coming up and the blue skies are coming and you see these guys coming in, it's cool. It's cool to get to here and land the birds. That's what I like.
Stay connected with the latest Volusia County news, events, and updates on our social media channels. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Catch up with previous stories on YouTube, or just head over to our website, volusia.org. Well, that wraps up this edition of Volusia Magazine. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you have any questions about the show, feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond. I hope you have a wonderful evening.